gender gap is key to ensuring that we play a vital role in ensuring that the world achieves full financial inclusion soon. The HiPipo Women-in-FinTech Hackathon and Summit is part of the many initiatives such as the 40 Days for the FinTechs, the Digital Impact House Africa, the Digital and Financial Inclusion Summit. All these are run under Include Everyone program that are geared towards ensuring that we champion women innovation in the financial space. And when the women-led teams gathered, it was nice to see their enthusiasm and hear their ideas.
I'm Musimeta Maria, the team leader of Team Affinity.
My name is Liz Kamgisha, and I'm the designer.
I'm called Nabulo Vivian Doreen, the developer.
My name is Femias Orishaba. I am a security analyst and I'm part of Team Affinity. So our solution is agro-fintech, and we have identified a problem in agriculture, especially where clients are unable to identify farmers who have the produce that they need, and farmers are unable to identify the good market or the right market to distribute their farm produce in time. So they are left with few bidders, and they end up selling their products at cheap prices. So in our solution, we have come up with a digital marketplace for farmers where they can post their produce, and our clients are able to identify the farmers to buy from, and therefore farmers are able to bid for companies that need this produce. So we're going to use Mojaloop to leverage on the fintech products that they have. They will be able to enable our financial transactions. So we are proud to be part of this fintech hackathon that has been organized by HiPipo, and we are excited to be part of the women that are changing the world. We encourage everyone out there who is interested in programming, who is interested in developing software, to come up and join this movement.
I'm Nakani Rahman.
My name is Nasanga Jalia. The project which we are intending to come up with is known as W Circle, which is a mobile application intended to help different women in their savings and credits cooperative organizations. So this project intends, for example, to help women in order to save their money with their circle, and also to keep track of their balances, and also request the loans from their circle. If you look at how the circles operate, they always save their money there, and it's only the group leader who always have the record. So the members don't have they don't have the record. So it's always difficult for the members to know which balance they have and which credits they have.
My name is Neza Charlotte. I'm a product manager for eMoments.
Hello everyone, I'm Nakabuye Emily Sonia, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of eMoments. So today we started the Women-in-FinTech Hackathon, and we are lucky to be part of it. So we came here to develop an application called PesaJet. This application is under eMoments. It's a business line or a product under eMoments. So this application has been designed so that we may solve the problem of school fees payments. So basically what this application does, it helps parents pay their children's school fees and avoid challenges that my colleague is going to talk about right now.
So what School Advance does is that it helps parents to pay their children's school fees in time. Usually, we have seen many children drop out. I'm not saying they drop out because of school fees, but it is a major challenge that parents are facing right now in Uganda. So we have come up with School Advance to help parents send their children to school for a full term without having to come back home to collect school fees. Because as you well know, when children are sent back home, they miss a lot. A lot of activities are going on, the children are at home. So when they come back to school, they lose interest. Their colleagues are ahead, they are behind. They lose interest, they end up dropping out. We want to develop a solution that is cheap for everyone, for every parent to manage. we are charging a very low subscription fee. As you know, if a parent pays school fees in installments, each time you go to the bank to pay, there are charges. But with our solution, you pay charges once. That's the subscription fee. It is just once.
Hi, my name is Timothy Kasasa.
And I am Patricia Atim.
And I'm Aretha Kebirunji, the team lead for Kanzu Code Ladies, and we're part of the Women in FinTech Hackathon, and we'll be working on a solution that we believe will be really instrumental in supporting female artisans and female employers. We will be working on a web enabled platform that will allow for small businesses to be able to submit bulk payments to individual mobile money subscribers. This could be payments for payroll. This could be payments for service providers. And in this way, we are opening up mobile money payment solutions outside of just the person-to-person, outside the person-to-person space. And we think this is one of the ways that we can support a wider range of users, but also provide solutions that are available to small businesses, many of which are managed and run by women.
Hi, I'm Elijah Okello, and I'm part of Team Hack Girls.
I'm Nachito Joanta, part of the team too.
And my name is Bukira Halima. I'm also part of the Hack Girls, and I'm the team lead. We are creating a system called Paymet that will enable low-level entrepreneurs to be able to carry out transactions cashlessly, and they'll be able to save on the platform, and they'll also be able to borrow in order to leverage the opportunities, and they'll also be able to get their businesses insured.
My name is Alex Mokuba, and I'm representing Yo Uganda.
I'm Banta Tsheberile, representing Yo Uganda.
My name is Kamsime Penny, representing Yo Uganda, and the project we have today, we are trying to see how more and more women can get to use phones for dial string, especially because one of the things we have noticed is that a lot of women have phones but don't know how to use them. So I believe that once we can counter that problem, then we can get more and many women to actually use the fintech industry. Use the fintech products. Then I believe this is a very good project because the new generation, if it is always with fintech and technology. Initially it was only technology, but now it's with fintech. So everything has been made easier. You can buy things online, and just use your phone, but without knowing how to use the phone, you won't be able to actually buy anything at all. I also want to encourage more and more women to actually get involved in the fintech industry. Some people think it's rocket science, but actually it's not. It's something very easy. You just have to have the love for it and the need. If you identify something, okay, this could actually help me in my business, why not go for it?
My name is Alfred Ochola.
My name is Winnie Sharma.
My name is Efrance Eunice Namugenyi. I am the team leader for the team mentioned. We called Kozimba Services, and Kozimba as a name is basically growth. Our team is developing a web application for businesses, business stores basically. Yeah, we have realized that most businesses cannot manage their cash flows. Yeah, they can't monitor their cash in or cash out. Yeah, so this web application has basically been made to help businesses monitor their cash flows so that they can keep track of their cash in, and then monitor their expenses, and at the end of the day save money, probably for making investments or growth and doing many other things. So for women out there, I believe this system has basically been made by women, and any woman can do this in any building store. So we have just provided an opening for women to work.
I'm Isaac Semgenyi, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm Tusime Emre Queen, and I'm excited to be part of this.
Mirembe Eva, I'm excited to be part of this. We are Team Time. We are here to develop a one-stop transaction for ladies. What women tend to do is they focus on the ones that can't wait, like food and shelter, and you find that they are short on educating their children. So with this team, we are coming up with a one-stop transaction that will help women save for their children so that they can also manage to get a basic education.
Hi, my name is Matthew Murunji.
I'm Hadija Athman.
My name is Mbaba Susan, and I am the team lead, Team Kameza, and we are working on an application that will help women save. It will help their saving culture improve. We are tackling a problem concerning saving and women accessing insurance, because you find that women spend most of their money buying basic needs and taking care of children and their households, and they'll forget to invest or save for the future in case of an emergency. So what Team Kameza is coming up with is an application that will enable women save, and they can use this money when they need it, and they can also loan themselves amongst each other.
I am Bosa Roscoe.
Nambiru Amina from Optech Solutions. We've come to present our project known as School Novas. Basically, as you hear the word, in education, targeting the girl child, because we've seen a lot of school dropouts during this lockdown. So we decided to come up with an app which basically teaches students from home. So we are going to develop that app, we install it, then the learner gets it from the Play Store, installs. For School Novas, we are basically targeting, if your kid is good in science, let him or her first put aside science, then he focuses on math. That is our advantage. That makes us unique. And remember, we've said that it's cheaper compared to these other apps. You can find, like for Zoom, you pay 400 per session. But here we are saying, for us, we want to meet the parents' needs. We've seen that how it will impact on women. We've seen that many single mothers, the number of single mothers is increasing at the high level. And these single mothers also want their kids to attain that quality in education.
Hello everyone, I'm Ivan Ojok, part of the AgriConnect team.
Hi everyone, Mugisha Ivan Jalagatha, part of SkyCode.
I'm Tumhaise Maureen, the team leader of SkyCode. This application is basically there to empower women. That's why we came up with it. How? We found out that most women, especially in rural areas, they lack information about the agricultural produce. That's why most of them are unable to produce products that can outcompete the current market. Therefore, we came up with the idea to solve those problems. And how are we going to do this? We shall create some chat groups whereby all those farmers will come together, they share knowledge, which will improve on their skills. And also in that application, it's a mobile application, they'll be able to post their products that they are going to sell. In that way, they'll be adopting FinTech because transactions will be made online. And also some of them, it will enable them to deliver products to other places, far places. That's the main aim of the application.
Hi, I'm Brenda Carol Kaganzi, and I'm a developer / Scrum Master of the group.
I'm Matim J. Sandra.
A developer stroke UI UX designer.
I'm Nava Stationis. I'm a developer.
My name is Edith Ndagire, and I'm the team lead stroke engineer of Team Spec. But our project is called Online Garden. This online garden is going to be a platform between a consumer and a producer from the farm. Yeah, in Uganda, as we all know, most buyers, we the consumers, the last consumer, normally purchases goods from the market. So this app is going to be a website, though to a higher level after this, we shall take it to the mobile app. It's going to be helping the producer and the consumer get in touch so that we eliminate that exploitation of consumers.
I'm Ranga Aksam, software developer.
Our Vivian Maria, software developer.
My name is Nante Zanuriat, software developer. I'm the team leader. Again, team anchors. Our solution is to improve SACCO operations. Initially, SACCO operations are for savings and lendings. How are we going to improve the SACCO operations? It is a trick. Savings for investments. Unlike initially, save and then come, get a loan, pay back, there is little or no development at all. Including in our web application, SACCO member insurance. How are we going to achieve that? It's through their interests on the loans asked by a group member that will pick a particular percentage to include in their insurance accounts. That is, if also a member is willing to take a percentage of their saving to be part of their insurance, that is also an added advantage to the SACCO member. This will open a lot our eyes as women, because we are used to kameza, that the money being left by the husband at home. You save that, and then later when you have a problem, you need to, get it back from where you're saving it from. But if there is an added advantage of also having insurance in a SACCO, that is a very good idea to me.
My name is Patrick Kizito Mbiru. I am giving technical support to the team that is present today for the hackathon.
And my name is Diana Nafuna. I'm the team leader for the UGMAT, and the project name is Virtual Market. This is the application that we're trying to work on for the hackathon. And our intention is tackling the problem of women financial inclusion, because very many women are entrepreneurs, but they don't have resources and tools to bring them into the market. So we are building this virtual market for them so that it is easy for them to bring their startups or their small businesses on board, to find network, to find opportunities. Also, we are creating this application to be for these women to be able to have tools like to control or manage their inventory, to be able to control and manage their clients and customers, and also to be insured, and also save. We intend on creating a saving culture on this platform.
When the teams gathered, instruction began. Mark and Simon were at hand to guide the teams, especially around two aspects. The Level 1 project, a new system that had been designed for helping developers create global payment systems, and Moja Loop, an open source solution that helps players in the financial space to design interoperable payment systems.
This is a very important and magnificent happening in Africa. Mostly being hit by the exclusion are women for different reasons. So Women-in-FinTech Hackathon and Summit comes at a time whereby we have to get an acknowledgement that there is a problem which needs to be addressed in the fintech world. What has transpired in the days that I've been able to partake of the hackathon has been special. You have these young ladies coming together as team leaders, developers, product managers, in charge of developing solutions that will change lives of women. The teams have been able to embrace level 1 principles, to understand and embrace level 1 principles. This is very important. When this project started under level 1 guidance, I personally never knew the magnitude of what these principles mean until when you see even the solutions that the teams are developing. You try to get an application of a principle and see that this principle actually applies for that fintech. This activity right now, there've been 15 teams of 3 to 4. I would see this extending next year to having 30 teams. I would look at the discussion around level 1 principles going not just to these fintechs, but we can even grow a program and extend it to schools, extend it to universities, people who are doing degrees in finance, people who are doing degrees in technology, who have an interest at one stage to contribute to financial technology, to the economy of this country. They need to appreciate these basics. We look at this from the broader concept of interoperability. The teams have now appreciated that as they are doing their solutions, let them look at serving customers from different networks, if you're looking at it from a mobile network perspective, or from different banks. If you're going to serve everyone involved, then you have to approach your system design with interoperability. So level 1 principle has this at the center. And that's when the elements of tools like Modulo come in.
When we were planning the Women-in-FinTech Hackathon, we knew it was not just enough to impart technical expertise to the women-led teams. We knew it was equally important to have these women understand what exactly it takes to take a product to the market. We are proud to have brought on board a number of amazing mentors, all of whom are extremely knowledgeable about finance, technology, and business.
Also, I'm very happy about HiPipo focusing on women, particularly in fintech. We have a lot of companies that may not necessarily give a special day to women in fintech, actually. So I'm happy that HiPipo really does focus on that. I like that it's not tokenism. They didn't just say it's just one day. It's a whole week worth of a hackathon. It's actually people are going to win an award on it. I like that also made sure that their mentors who come in. I think yesterday it was Dr. Maggie Kigozi, very highly experienced, wonderful mentor, excellent. I think the ladies in there actually got a lot of bits. I am here today to talk about financial management and also sourcing of financing, because of course that's very important for someone who is developing fintechs. I think the other mentors were coming throughout the week. So I'm very excited about the Women in FinTech Hackathon. The main reason for that is that it's very important to have women involved in designing the products for women, because fintechs are particularly actually very helpful to women because they do not have access to bank accounts. They're the ones who cannot afford loan credit. They don't have money for collateral. So fintechs, in fact, are serving that particular market. Involving the women should not be at the end, at the consumption part. It should be in the design. It should be in the process. It should be in the development, the marketing, everything, the whole way through. After all, women, we are 50% of the population. Surely we should be 50% of the developers of fintechs. By natural default, it should be. I like some of the two products that actually have been are being developed. The SACCOs. There are two teams that are doing SACCOs for women. I like that particular product because SACCOs are a main source of credit for women, especially women who are the bottom of the pyramid. That's the only place they can actually borrow from, because they don't have collateral, they can't walk into a bank, they're not educated. So the easiest place for them to borrow from is a SACCO. So I like the two of the teams in there actually developing financial products for SACCOs, because they will help a lot, especially for women in rural areas, women in markets, women who are trying to trade, women who are trying to get credit, but they can't actually access it. Coming to more of these, I hope they do more women hackathons, because of course one is not enough. We need to do more because we're just at 10%. We need to get to 50% as a country.
We are really honored to have been invited to participate in the Women-in-FinTech Hackathon by HiPipo. It's been really exciting to engage and interact with the different women that are participating in this program. They're from all walks of life, all sectors, trying to solve real-life problems and real-life challenges using technology. One of the reasons that I focused on specifically the customer journey, customer value, and the value that the businesses gain is because I feel that capacity building is important for women and businesses. And with these different skills, they're actually able to think a bit deeper about how these businesses can become more sustainable. Technology plays a small part in being able to build that sustainability, in making sure that the customers they serve can continue to access the services, but even them as businesses can continue to thrive.
A couple of years ago, I kept thinking of that day when we have a hackathon with only women in them and try to build them up and try to expose them to the different elements of being able to build fintech startups and businesses. Today, seeing that come to life, having to talk to a room full of young ladies who are so energetic, who are looking towards building amazing products, who are looking towards starting up in the Ugandan fintech industry and building businesses that are actually going to make a change in their lives and change the lives of other women in their environment is truly amazing. And some of the challenges faced basically by fintechs is waiting too long to take a product to market. So you find a developer working on a product for 4 years. Well, it's not necessary. So as soon as their features are ready, like the very first ones, they should be able to be ready to go to market. The best tests of our product are when it's in the market already, not when we are trying to make them better from our design space. The other issue is fintechs, or basically developers, trying to go to market with big brands. Sometimes it's not always possible, but that should not make them not go to market. For me, as a woman in fintech, my thoughts is that there is so much room for women in the area of fintech. We are blessed with a good multitasking abilities as women, and in the area of product management, it's a very interesting area because you are managing products end to end. That means from ideation to commercialization.
One of the things that is actually very important and relating to a bit of what has been delivered by our mentor today, Primera, I'll take you to a story of HiPipo. I remember when I joined HiPipo, I was in senior 4, and I found everyone that was developing HiPipo doing a lot of programming. So much work had been done already. But every single day, every single year, we kept on developing and programming for HiPipo to make it a better platform.
Celebrate this fintech event for women that has been done. I'm always excited when something is for women. And so I'm happy that HiPipo has done this here today. They asked me to be a mentor. And I'm trying to think, why me? I think my history is a medical doctor. I was working quite happily in Parliament, running the clinic there, when unfortunately my husband passed away. I'd been in business. He was a shareholder and the executive director of Pepsi-Cola in Uganda. He had left a will, and in this will, and I want to encourage the gentlemen and ladies out there to please leave a will. It saves such a lot of confusion and stress, where you end up sometimes with your wife or your husband and children thrown out of the property. He did leave a will, and therefore I walked into the company and said to my partners that I was there to work. I was a shareholder. I was holding my husband's shares for myself and his children, 3 of them. They welcomed me and immediately gave me a job, but I knew absolutely zero about business. But I was determined. I was determined that I would be able to look after my children in the way that they were used to. Being educated myself, I knew you can find these things. You can find knowledge. So I went to Makerere, to my friend, Professor Wasobalunywa, and I told him my problem. He organized for me to attend their short courses, and all the various short courses, customer care, finance for non-finance. I attended all of them actually. And yeah, learning also from my partners, from the managers. Very soon I was on top of it. I was able to contribute together with all of us to the growing of our company. You can do it. To my fellow women, you can do it. If by any chance you lose your partner like I have done, or even if you don't, there's nothing you cannot do. Encourage fellow ladies, and I'm happy we are here with mainly women, there are a few men in the room, to talk fintech and see how they can move, they can grow their businesses and succeed in this new area of fintech. Secondly, it is a sector that we really, really need as a country, because the projects they have come up with are answers to community needs.
Another element that we added to the Hackathon and Summit was to give them an international perspective. Again, we are very thankful to the speakers who accepted to give us their time.
Let's face it, the conventional banking system and the current infrastructure of digital financial services do not cater to the needs of low-income and educated women in patriarchal and sometimes traditional societies wanting to hold women back. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but the Global Findex report says that there are 1.7 billion unbanked people globally. And do you know how many of them are women? 800 million. There is a lot that needs to be done to bridge that gap to financial inclusion. On our end at Google, our long-standing practice, as you all know, has been to provide open source platforms where we can build and support ecosystems. Our goal is to help create solutions that addresses pressing needs such as building frameworks for financial inclusion. The Africa situation is a compelling challenge that we believe Moja Loop can offer a solution to, if adopted widely by more countries, system integrators, aggregators, and the private sector. We would like to empower organizations who create interoperable payment systems to enable digital financial services for all, to connect everyone to the global economy. We need to create pathways for women to be empowered financially. Everything that I have shared with you so far makes paving that way much easier, as barriers to connect women to the financial systems are lowered and opportunities for inclusion are raised. That's why I'm very honored to be here in the Women-in-FinTech Hackathon and Summit hosted by HiPipo. Its Include Everyone program continues to lead the way in advocating for the creation and dissemination of technology that enables financial inclusivity.
As founder of Women in Payments, the largest global network of women in the payments and fintech industry, and a proud holder of an engineering degree from the University of Toronto, it is my honor and privilege to speak to you at the Women in FinTech Summit today. The work you've been doing over the past week at this hackathon will inform the innovation you are capable of. Many of you have spent the last week of this hackathon learning to innovate and build new fintech products. This is a golden opportunity to learn about product design, about user experience, about business models, customer acquisition strategies, regulatory requirements, marketing, financing, and so much more. And all of these are essential components of a successful fintech product, as well as a successful fintech company. This hackathon and summit is also a tremendous opportunity to meet other like-minded people, to share knowledge and perspectives, and to mentor each other. I have said many times, your network is your single biggest career asset. During this global pandemic, it is imperative for each and every one of us to reach out and support our colleagues, our communities, and of course, our families. Our last piece of advice was to manage your reputation. Your reputation can be described as what people say about you in your absence. It can be key to opening doors, and you must always work to hone it, manage it, and never take it for granted. So to conclude, let me say that you are the women and the future of FinTech. You have the opportunity, and I would say the responsibility, to shape financial products and indeed to shape this industry for the benefit of all women in Uganda and beyond.
It was very pleasing to see the progress that all these women-led teams and participants went through as stakeholders in the fintech space. Some of them came with just ideas, but all left with minimum viable products that they can build on.
And we've learned a lot of things because I can testify that the way I came is not the way I am right now. I am a student. Most times we study the theory part, but I've been able to interact with people who are really there in the business sector. So I now have an insight of where I'm going. If at all I get any job, maybe in an organization.
It's a virtual mall or marketplace, and it's targeting the low-income earners, specifically the women. Progress, we've done a tremendous job, and we want to thank HiPipo, Modulo, Level 1 Project, and Modus Box for all the support that they provided. I can say I've been empowered, first of all, as a woman. I didn't know that actually I could step in the tech world and be confident enough to talk about the programming languages, the scripts.
For these 5 days we've attended the hackathon, they've been a great deal for us, especially me, because it has somehow improved on my self-esteem. I've been called upon to present here and there for every step we take in the level 1 principles, because we've had different levels we've been doing and different activities. I've been called upon to present, so I feel like I've improved on my self-esteem. I've learned a lot from the talks from these different mentors we've been receiving, especially the talk from Miss Damali Sali, where she says we should deal with our financial problems and we should know what to do with our products, like which financial steps we should take, whether at the start or at the end. You should always know your financial needs.
We've gained a lot from the hackathon because from the second day of our hackathon, we began on with our product. For example, we learned about the designing, the principles of design of a software product, and that's why it started from with designing, proper designing before we code.
Right now, I can speak with confidence that we have a working MVP that we actually just presented today and did a demo for, and it was really amazing. Over the 4 days, I've learned quite a lot, I should say, starting from the level 1 principles, which I was really completely unaware of. So we're able to have those incorporated into our system. And then, of course, we've been having mentorship from so many speakers right here, and I've gotten to learn a bit of marketing, things that I did not know about, how to value our products, and that has really been helpful in enabling us to come up with a good presentation, something that we can actually, back up with actual details.
My experience at the hackathon has really been interesting. Usually, when developing something, I take my time. I take days, I take months, I take years to do something. But this hackathon specifically, 5 days, man, that is just the best. It has put me on pressure, and I like the pressure because you had to produce results every single day. There was a minimum target you had to meet. So from this hackathon, I've learned that I can actually produce a product a minimum viable product within 5 days. And it's been an experience working day and night without sleep. I'm just ready to go to my bed. I really want to take some sleep, but it's been an experience. The different tools we have been taught, user experience design, module loop, level 1 principles. And I've realized you don't have to have a finished product to put it out there in the market. With the tools that have been given unto us, you can actually produce a brand that is out there and it can sell with the minimum viable principles.
I would encourage young ladies out there with ideas to take on such opportunities. With organizations like HiPipo, they can develop their ideas like we came with just an idea into big solution.
I also learned a lot from Damali when she talked about finances and being able to determine the cost of everything that you do. Most of the times you just design something and you actually don't calculate how much time you're putting in. We all know that time is money. So I mean, if you cannot calculate the value of something that you have done, then how are you going to present it to someone else to buy it? I am happy and proud to have been part of this amazing, great team. HiPipo has done a very good job and I hope they continue with a good job, and I wish them all the best in trying to bring out this, the fintech industry and letting it shine.
We've developed this application during this hackathon. The past 4 days, we didn't come with a product. We came with just an idea, and through the whole mentorship and all that we've learned, we've been able to come up with this application. We want to thank the HiPipo team for giving us this opportunity. I applied with a lot of fear. I didn't know. I think it was like 20 minutes to midnight, but I was like, you know what, give it a shot. So I waited 2 days and then, I got a call. They're like, you're shortlisted. So it was very exciting for me because this has been my first hackathon in tech.
Working on a circle management system, we looked at different entities and different environments and knowing our clients and knowing our products. Currently, at least we can implement in urban areas to manage circles and circle operations. Even government circles, this system will be integrated with the government agencies that give aid to circles or form circle developments.
When I ideate, I fit in the shoes of my mom who had 8 kids, trying to pay for them school fees, and then you're coming here that she will realize the benefits after 5 years. We were not going to penetrate the market. So through our mentors, we redesigned our project, and this is what we are coming up with. We are going to, as a company, we shall go to schools. Remember, schools are also in market. So if we collect or gather these single mothers, they give us their children. So if we have a pool, we shall have a bargaining power with these schools, and they'll have a discount that they'll give us. On that discount, we are proposing the mothers will also get 50%, and the company will also get 50%. By so doing, when the mother, a lay mother, has the basic, is assured that the child is going to study the next semester, you'll find that they'll keep saving because it really fits in our society.
After getting injured, my friend was like, whom can I put on my team who's so determined like you? So eventually I was like, don't lose hope. I think I can make it. Just ask, is there a lift? Because I could see it's the first floor. We inquired, they said there is a lift. I'm like, if I can get there, I will go. So on day one, if somebody saw how we came in, I came in with my pillows and a mat. So I knew I can't sit on the chair for all those hours, so I carried the mat. I was ready to sit at the back or sleep, but attend. So more so what kept me going, every day you learn something new. 15 teams, every day we had a different challenge. The mind maps, whatever chart they are making, it's different. So I learned that if I'm to keep home or keep skipping some days, I would be losing. Then the mentorship. These are the people we always watch on TV. So we got a chance to ask them questions, to interact with them. So even that mentorship session got me to come almost every day, because every day they will announce a new person and you would read the profile of a person and you are like, I will pick one or two things from this person. So it was a week imparted with a lot of knowledge. That's what kept me coming despite of my fracture.
We are producing a system called Payment, which is going to help low-level entrepreneurs, most especially the women, to be able to transact with their customers cashlessly. After all the 5 days of production, we have learned so much. The way we came in is not the way we are going to go out. We had never even imagined that we would produce something in just 4 days. I told my group yesterday, in fact it was today, I told them after we had finished presenting, we were like, if we were able to come up with this solution, let's open up a company where we produce fintech software for people. And we are thinking about it, so we are going to go back and skill up. We are not going to rest.
As our logical conclusion of the inaugural Women in FinTech Hackathon, we held the Women in FinTech Summit, where we hosted panel discussions and meetings of women stakeholders and regulators discussing about various issues in financial inclusion. We also announced the winner of the inaugural Women in FinTech Hackathon and also presented certificates of excellence to all the participants of this year's hackathon as a way to encourage them to keep innovating and developing inclusive financial solutions.
In its products and services. To begin with, Primera, how do you incorporate the same-day settlement? And to each one of us here, especially the panelists here, you're going to be telling us with clear examples to explain.
You have groups like FITSPA, you have programs like HiPipo, Women-in-FinTech. You have the MNOs on this panel like MTN, Airtel, and all the other players in the market.
And so we're coming up with a solution called Payment, whereby if you register with Payment, you'll be able to transact at zero cost.
Online platform that connects women in agribusinesses such as farm owners, market vendors, to connect them to larger markets beyond their region and connect them to big clients.
Same anchors. Our solution is a circle management system to manage circle operations. Like in rural areas, it's very hard to manage operations in circle, so it's a system to manage circle operations.
School dropout is caused by parents failing to pay their children's season for. Although we know that's not the major reason, and that's why we came up with PesaJet. Our solution is a digital bar payment system to help small and medium businesses to pay their wages and their payments for supplies in bulk.
This is our team, Kanzu Code Ladies, and we are so proud to be announced as the winners of the Women in FinTech Hackathon 2020. This is so exciting. I'm so thrilled. So our product, which is digital bulk payments, is the one that took the grand prize, and we are looking at a simple way that these small and medium-sized businesses can make payments in bulk. It incorporates interoperability. It's very simple. It's convenient, and we're so excited that finally it's going to go to market. We are so excited for this opportunity that has been given to us by HiPipo. We are just so excited. So I would like to encourage all the women out there to be bold and to take on their inventions and innovations to the next level. So we have been able to make it, and so can other women out there do this thing and make sure that their innovations actually come out and they are actually used in our society, because we need women in fintech. We need them to be included, because if they are included, it benefits everyone else. There's no reason as why they should be left out. So we need you included. Do not be afraid. Do not be timid. Come and work on your solution. Be bold about it. Be persistent and see it through to the very end, because trust me, it's going to shine and it's going to be used in our communities today, and it's going to be used very widely to the greater good.
When you look at the presentations we've had today, throughout all the 15 teams that participated in the Women in FinTech Hackathon, for me and for HiPipo team, it's an inspiration for us to garner as much support and as much mentorship as we can from our partners and our supporters. One of the things we are going to make sure we push for and pray for and work for achieving is seeing a time when we can have maybe a whole year kind of innovation hub that will culminate into a hackathon where we can have all these teams mentored for a whole year, trained every day, maybe trained maybe using some resource like the level 1 courseware, and make sure we train some of the best ever financial inclusion experts that are good at programming, that are good at managing financial inclusion business, but are in a very special way good at developing and designing interoperable payment solutions that will help the world achieve full financial inclusion soon. So we're very delighted, and I'm sure we will not stop pushing for making sure we get better for them. To everyone and the teams and all our partners, Modusbox, Moja Loop Foundation, Crosslegs Technologies, ID8 that have been helping us in supporting the virtual implementation of the hackathon, to include everyone that is the program under which all these initiatives run, and to HiPipo that is the host. I can only say thank you for everyone for making efforts. And to the teams, we are glad you registered. We're so proud of all of you. They are all winners. The fact that we shortlisted 15 out of 30, and we cannot wait to have the second edition of the Women in FinTech Hackathon next year and many others to come. And I'm sure through this initiative, we are going to change in so many ways how financial technology is done.